We are finally back!
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome to our boat.
I'm Roberta,
And I'm Duca.
and after 2 years bringing the sailboat that was neglected for over 22 years back to life, it's finally time to start exploring.
So don't forget to subscribe and to join us every Sunday for a new episode. So we are back with two good news.
First one, the quadrant seems that solved the problem.
We have the quadrant back, so the welder just welded this back so he could use this as a template, and he built this new one. As you can tell, this is much more reinforced than this one. We need to try in place to see if this reinforcement will interfere with the arm of the autopilot. Fingers crossed. That's the first thing we're gonna do today, but before we do that, we have a second problem fixed. What it is?
We found what was the problem on the leak.
This week we had some friends over to have dinner with us, and Ivan, our friend Ivan, you know Ivan, was sitting right here, and he's like, I feel water on my feet. That's not good.
Not sure if it's good or bad news.
We found, no, it's good news. But there's gonna be a lot of water coming.
Oh,
No,
it's like a river.
just the seal that's not sealing well.
We found it.
Roberta was right. So basically when Roberta said the leak was on the pin, I thought she was actually talking about the shaft. That's the shaft. And I'm like, no, that's not a pin, that's a shaft. But she was actually talking about this pin that is installed here on the bottom of the table to hold the center board in place.
And as we were 6 people by the time it started leaking,
That means the water line was a little bit lower. All we need to do is to take the lid off and replace the little rubber inside. For now, I just apply some silicone inside and it's holding.
but good news, no hole out.
Yeah, no hole out for a while. Let's get to work. There's something else we need to do. We need to raise the mainsail. It's been raining for almost the entire month here, so that means that the mainsail gets wet inside of the sail bag, and that means that it can create mold or something. So we need to open up just to check how is the mainsail, and also to let it dry a little bit as it's finally sunny.
Yeah, hopefully the next time we open the mainsail is gonna be sailing.
Yeah, but now, less dreaming, let's fix the quadrant.
Yeah. I'm cooking some food. We have bad news. Can you tell them the bad news?
We can't find the screws and the pin for the autopilot. I believe it went with the whole thing to the welder, but he didn't send with it, so I'm waiting for him to answer my message, but I strongly believe it's with him. I just received a message from the welder.
Tudo aqui, parafusinho, pino e coisa, ficou tudo aqui.
That's such good news. It's everything with him, so that means after lunch we can go there and pick it up, and then we can try in place. Whew, I'm so relieved.
Stroganoff?
I don't know if you guys remember, but we went on a jet trip last week, so we're gonna use the whiskey we took from the jet.
Do you remember the spatula we bought the other day in Portobello? I'm using to clean the barnacles here.
24 hours later, I have all the pieces. Challenge accepted. Everything's in place. If it works, I'm gonna take this support out of here, and we're gonna polish just to make sure it won't rust with time. Good news! It's all the way clean.
Yay! It worked!
The solution is done. Seems like someone doesn't want to work on the quadrant today.
The quadrant's not ready. We are waiting for the pieces to be polished.
So what do you want to do? Because you have a backpack, you have shoes, pants. You're like all ready to go out. What are you
I
planning
want
for
to
today?
go out.
What are you planning for
We are
today?
gonna go to the fish market. Itajaí is considered one of the main fishing areas in southern Brazil.
Yeah, so that means a lot of the fish and shrimps, they all come to here and then they sell to other places. So that means we can get fresh seafood. So let's go.
Ready to go. One good thing about this marina is that it's pretty close to everyone.
The city is right there, so you just, if you need to go to a store, you just walk to the store.
So here is where we took the vaccine, and also is the place where we are gonna do a talking next week, a presentation of our project. I can already feel the smell of fish. Getting closer.
Welcome to the public market. he said it's 800 grams of seafood. That's gonna be a lot of food.
Also, it's gonna take around 40 minutes.
Yeah,
to
so we're gonna be even more hungry by the time it arrives, but it's good because the best ingredient for food, for good food, is to be hungry.
There is a ship passing by.
I never get tired of that. Just so
Yeah.
crazy to see such a big boat just passing by the city.
The food arrived. It was so much food that we are even taking some home.
Yeah, dinner's ready. Basically, we have dinner and lunch for two for $27. That I think for me it's pretty good. I think we deserve some coffee. I have great news. Come here, I'll show you. I was trying to draw a support for the spare anchor because we have a spare anchor that used to be on this locker right here. And when the anchor is there, that means that we cannot use the locker because we need to protect in a way that the anchor won't hit the metal and won't scratch the boat. So that means that anytime we need to take anything from the locker, it's just so much work. And anytime we need to use the spare anchor, it's also so much work. So we're like, we need a support to have the anchor outside of the locker. Look at that, it's just made for here. Are you leaving me?
Yeah, I'm gonna wash some clothes.
Oh, it's for a good reason then.
It's so good to be in a marina that you can wash clothes.
Yeah. Roberta dreams with the day that I say yes to a washing machine on the boat, but we don't have space for that. So for now,
Yet.
yeah, for
In
now,
the future,
we need to find.
we are gonna do a good refit on our head there, and
You
we
think
are
so?
gonna fit.
You think it's gonna fit?
Yes. So let's go. Here we go. The dream of every cruiser is to have a washing machine. And this one is from people that lives permanently here in the marina, so they have shares on this machine. And now we wait for, I have no idea how long. I actually decided to take out all the darker colors and I wash it by hand here, and now they are drying here. Now it's gonna take more than an hour, so I'm gonna work and then I come back. See you!
We just need like one line here. We lock this in place. It's not gonna go anywhere.
It's hard to tell because it is too hot, but I think it's good.
I think it's good. Yeah, we're gonna work. I'm gonna work on the mast today because I need to create a bigger hole for the VHF antenna. But this time it's gonna be a lot more comfortable because usually I just use my climbing harnesses. That's like actually a sailing harnesses from Spinlock. But today, as I plan to work a little bit longer on the top, I'm gonna take my nice new seat. Yeah. Thanks to our friends from Força Maior, they gave us as a gift a while ago, and it's gonna be really useful because it's much more comfortable to sit on this. Let's go. I'm gonna try for the first time to use my mouth mount. Okay. Let's see if I can film better today. See you guys on the top. What we need to do, we need to take this out, and then when we take this out, we need to create a bigger hole for the support. With the bigger hole, I hope I have enough space to isolate the metal from the antenna from the metal of the mast. seems like it's gonna work. It's always a nice view to come up the mast. What do you think? Now it's time to go down. Down.
How was that? Other than the piece that we lost to the ocean,
We always fix one problem to create another one. I lost the boat for the antenna. Yeah, we'll see. At least I think the solution for the hull I think is better now, and we have enough space, enough clearance to isolate this. But now we just need.
fun day today. Where are we going?
These are friends.
We are going to visit Yaba. How are we going?
We are actually gonna get a ride because we have no car anymore, and we found out yesterday that one of our patrons, Brazilian patrons, actually bought a boat on this marina, and he bought a metal boat too. He bought a 41-foot moonshine boat that is down the dock.
Look at this. It's a project boat.
But it's actually a really nice project boat, and he say it's our fault because he bought the boat because he watched the videos. So don't do that. If you're watching the videos, don't buy a boat because we are repeating a boat. You just buy a boat if you really want to buy a boat, right? That's yeah.
Because it's a lot of work.
Tem que tirar aqui, tem que tirar lá. Agora arranquei a bateria fora.
In order to have access to the tanks, diesel tanks and motor tank, we need Martinez needs to disassemble all the floor, all the seats,
All
everything.
this, the kitchen, the nav station, the whole thing. And that's what, yeah, it's a lot of work. If you really like, this is a really cool project, but you need to love, otherwise it's just too much work. But if you love, it's for sure worth. If I didn't have oil, I would buy for sure. So.
A lot of work ahead.
Depois ela vai colocar a legenda. Eu gostaria de agradecer esse casal pelas dicas, por toda a economia de tempo que eu tô tendo e principalmente pelo exemplo que eu tô buscando seguir aí de uma filosofia de vida nova. Obrigado mesmo, casal. Eu vou agradecer de novo. Muito obrigado, cara. Obrigado mesmo, de coração. But I'm very wet.
That's all good.
You good?
So how excited are you?
Super excited to have you here.
I was talking about Yaba.
I'm excited to have you here so I can show you Yaba.
Let's see. Good boy. It's so beautiful.
Now it's gonna be a reaction video because we never been inside Yaba with walls and it's like open.
There's the walls are there already.
Oh, I mean they're out and then they're in already. Whoa.
Oh, the fridge is here.
Huge. No, this is huge.
Whoa.
Yeah, I would also you.
The other side.
What's the plan?
Clean up the mess. It's been such a long time we installed the mess and we never clean up the mess. So I'm gonna climb up the mess, but this time I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna do it by myself. The way I'm gonna do that is with two lifelines. I clip one, clip the other, clip one, clip the other. And this way, Roberto doesn't need to sit here and wait for me for this long. So, I have my own legs now.
Hope you don't take that long.
What are we doing now?
I'm trying to organize the kitchen.
We have tools again all around, and she's like, I want my, sailboat back. But actually, the question was, what are we doing? That's not what we're doing.
That's what I was doing.
No, but we're gonna do something much more cool today. We're gonna try our new drone. Check this out. Our old drone that it still works. It's gonna be the backup drone. It's too light. The Mavic Mini, I guess. So anytime there is like any kind of wind, we cannot film. So a lot of people are commenting like you should film you sailing, and I think with this new one we're gonna be able to film us sailing because this is much stronger.
Not sponsored though.
No, that's not. I wish it was sponsored. DJI, if you want to sponsor us, we would love to, but no, that's not sponsored. So this is a Air 2S, and the reason why we're gonna test it right now is because we have new neighbors on the marina, and we don't want to go. They just came from a crossing. We don't want to go there, bother them. It's like a lot of people. The crew is big.
So you're gonna do a sneak peek?
I'm not gonna say the name. When I show you the footage, let's see if you can recognize.
Some
It's
of
a really,
you might recognize.
It's a really famous and huge boat. It's like 120 feet boat, I think.
36 meters.
36. It's a big one. But let's go outside. And now we even have a controller. It's so awesome.
In our former boat, we needed to use our cell phones, and most of the time we were not able to fly the drone as the cell phone has no battery.
Yeah, so a lot of times we lose opportunities. Now we won't do that anymore because there is a screen on the controller. That's pretty cool. Are you ready for this?
I'm less worried with this drone because it has a lot of sensors.
Yes. Now that we saw with the drone already, I think it's time for us to go see in person, right? It's so cool because for years I've seen pictures of this boat and I thought I would never see in person. This is like, seems like a boat that you can go anywhere. Awesome.
Look the size of the fender and look my size.
I think Robert is really small, that's what she's trying to say. Roberto wants to take a picture because we just arrived on the boat to visit Tara and there is someone famous here.
I'm not famous.
Tamara just crossed the Atlantic by herself, alone. She's 24, so she's the youngest Brazilian to cross along the Atlantic Ocean. That's a really cool thing to do. In my opinion, that's a really cool thing to do.
Okay.
And to be honest, we have a lot more history with her family that she didn't know until now. Her father been sailing for a long time and is a huge reference for us. And one of the reasons why I love metal boats is because I always read her books, her father's book. And you remember a few episodes ago, we showed you us trying the wind vane for the first time. And the history of that wind vane, we actually mentioned on the video, was her father's first boat wind vane. And that's really cool because I read on the books and then I'm like, I'm using the same wind vane.
And
So I hope it really works.
it works.
No, it
Then
did.
we name it the wind vane. We put Rapa Nui the name, but then I read your father's book and he said the name was Florence.
So now we need to
So
rename.
We need to rename
So we
the
rename.
wind vane.
Yeah, we need to rename the autopilot because it's not fair to change the name of something that has so much history on it. Yeah, I just wanted to say that to her and that's it. If you don't watch her channel, you have a channel too. It's been a while I don't see new videos, but
It's been a while,
yeah, but I did watch many of your videos.
Really?
And yeah,
Okay, well, it's a
True.
good sign, right?
yeah. We don't want to take a lot of her time. She's really busy today, but you know, interviews and it's not like us. It's the two of us.
We are giving her a time so Duka can talk a lot and she can rest while Duka talks. As usual.
I'm known for someone that talks too much, always.
as you
And
can
Robert
tell.
is known for someone that's never talked. See you guys later.